I want to get back into the habit of posting more videos, particularly more of my own music, you know? So what I thought we could do today is going through some of my favorites, you know, latest favorites, you know, orchestrations and devices I've been using, you know, recently. Quick plug before starting the video, my course is currently 30% off until the 24th of April. Okay, so for the first one, I think we're gonna do something in 6/8. One of the things I like lately is this kind of pattern. We can maybe record just a couple of bars and then copy paste. And what I like to go with it is violas going in contrary motion, just kind of changing a couple of notes, you know, to better outline the chords. So, you know, C minor, A flat, B suspended, and then F suspended. We're gonna need like a melody in a second, yeah? But to better outline the harmony, it would be nice to have some like basses. I wanna kind of slow down the tempo a bit, just so I can be a little bit more precise for you. Okay, so, and then he repeats, yep. What I'm thinking now, I kind of want to make it a little bit more modern. And to do that, I'm going to use a couple of things. First of all, just a tiny bit of percussion to kind of make it groove a bit more. Quite simply use some shakers like so. Maybe we can start adding a melody. What should we do? Good, I like that. Okay, so now that the bulk of the orchestration is done, we can start adding things to kind of color it a bit. And since we're trying to go for a more modern kind of thing, woodwinds are not going to be quite as heavily featured, you know, but we can still use them to do some cool doublings and things. Probably just, you know, the simplest thing we can do right now because of the register is kind of grabbing bassoons and doubling, you know, the same melodic line. Okay, I like it. Something cool we can do there, since the second violin is not really doing anything, we could add that and play the octave. Here it goes. Now, what I'm thinking is a bit of timpani to go together with the brass. And I mean, we're going for a modern kind of thing, but I don't want it to be too, you know, over the top, yeah? I still kind of want it to sound like me. Let's do a bit of woodwinds. Something I like to do in this scenario quite often is using them for accents, you know, because we could quite easily double the whole line, you know, the violin over the top, you know? But I don't think it's quite as, you know, efficient as kind of using them to reinforce the more important notes in the pattern. So we could do something like, I don't know, let's have a look. So what else do we need? Something I'm thinking right now is adding a bit more groove to this. The way we can do this is with some white noise. If you've been watching the channel, you probably see me doing this a few times. Quite literally like to grab like an audio sample and then just chop it up. Yeah, and then just kind of shorten them like so. Okay, I don't particularly love the sound. We're gonna slap an EQ on top of it. Yeah, great. And then like some delay. Why not? And a bit of reverb. Final thing is maybe like some sort of like synth pulse. We can create one. Again, I'm not great with synths, so this might take me a bit of time. Let's see how that sounds. I think it's obviously a bit loud. Yeah. Let's also double the bass. Okay, I'm quite happy with it, but I think it's just a tad slow. Yeah. And one final touch I would like to add is a bit of harp. So yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything else to add. I think it sounds quite nice. I might just do something off camera, but we'll see. Now, for the second one, I changed the tempo back to 4/4. We are going to speed this up a bit, and I want to do something with some, I don't know, like arpeggiation in the background and some pianos. So I'm just gonna grab my favorite piano, which is Noir. And we're gonna do the same arpeggio on viola and clarinet. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is the bass. And then cello, exactly the same thing. Perfect. And then some more woodwinds for the chords. Let's add a melody. I'm gonna quantize now, just so that it plays back in time. Nothing to see here. And if we're gonna do the octave, we can probably just grab this and copy paste. And then we said French horn, right? We could harmonize it, maybe. this sounds great. I really like this one. I really like it as is. One thing we could just something really small we could do here is maybe add like a felt piano. I wonder if a lead could help the violas a tiny bit. We could try that. I just want to very quickly see if I like it. I like it. I do like it. You know what? I like it as is. Let's not overcomplicate things. I do have this tendency. I'm just gonna move on to the next one, yeah, because I think this sounds pretty good. Okay, so what I'm thinking now is maybe something with measured tremolos. If you've been following me, you'll know that I kind of use them all the time. Yeah. So we're going to do something on violins and cellos, maybe a melody on the French horn and flute. Like I want to create a delicate kind of texture, you know, but still kind of keep it modern if we can. And harmony-wise, we're probably going to do something quite similar to what we had before, so let's figure these out. We might as well record a quick sketch. Yeah. Cellos. Let's go with, we said measured tremolos, right? You know what? I think I might step input for this one. I don't know. I think this should work. We're gonna do something similar on the violins. I think I want to do a different pattern though. What was the last chord? There's something wrong with the violins here. Oh yeah, that's what it is. I'm not loving these. I wonder if we should do something like this. Maybe change the octave. Yeah, that's way more interesting. This is not really the ideal way of doing things. I should have written this properly to begin with, because obviously now it's just kind of a bit all over the place. I'm just gonna double on Celeste just to make it a bit more twinkly, you know? We could record the melody. Good. I mean, that wasn't so bad, I suppose. I can probably just copy paste this since it's the same library. Let's have a listen. I can just turn it down a bit. Yeah, that's a bit too much. Then let's add a bit of bass. We're gonna do some bits. I think it'd be nice to have some chords really, because the harmony is a tiny bit vague. We could do this a few different ways. We have the rest of the brass available, you know, we have violas, we've got violins still, you know, the second violin. I'm just gonna do some tremolos for now. We haven't really used trombones. We could, you know, use those maybe. I like this, but I think all of the parts are kind of stealing attention from the melody, so I might double it. Yeah. Oh, we could do some triangle hits as well. That could be a cool idea. Yeah, very soft like that. Like some sort of snare or something. There we go. I think I'm just gonna stop. It's 6:30. I'm just gonna continue tomorrow, probably. Alright guys, let's do this. For the next one, I want to do something in 3/4. What I'm thinking is something kind of simple with a flute on the melody and maybe like piano and some simple, you know, string, you know, kind of accompaniment. I'm just gonna slow it down because, you know, I'm not a pianist. So, flute, what I think we should do, create a more spacey, kind of atmospheric sound. For that, I'm just gonna use a combination of reverb and delay. This sounds so nice. When you have this kind of sound with the delay and the reverb, anything sounds good, really. It's kind of impossible to mess this up. Just piano and a solo instrument is just, you know, you've got a score right there. And then we said strings, right? Cellos, violas, and a couple of violins. And I think on the held notes, the last part, we should have some kind of movement. Let's see. I mean, it's nice and simple, yeah. We don't need to get fancy. So that's how it's going to be, really. I don't think I want anything else. Actually, one final touch might be some pits. Good. All right, so that's it. And for the last one, I think I'd very much rather do like a quick walkthrough. I've already got something prepared. I think this is also something you've seen me do before. I mean, a similar kind of fashion. What I oftentimes like to do is use strings in a low register. In octaves like that, to play a simple melody that goes above some sort of drone, essentially, which I like to create with some loops and like synths, presets I usually find. So let me break it down. What I've chosen here is this one from Massive that sounds like this. I just kind of tweaked it a little bit. I think originally it sounded like this. I just kind of turned off a couple of oscillators. It's a bit too crazy. Then I've got these low drone over here. Just quite simply, you know, holding down a C pedal tone essentially. Another drone. Something that goes in the middle register. Right, and then again, this preset from this plugin sounds like this. It's really great. Really cool, very dark. And then we've got some sort of like looping elements. For these I've used Damage. And when you put them all together, you know, minus strings, sounds like this. And of course, with the melody, kind of creates this unique sort of, you know, dark texture. So it's a very useful kind of dark, you know, atmospheric texture that kind of can go well against many sorts of, you know, moods and scenarios. Kind of gives it a very serious sort of modern vibe, to me at least. I really miss this. I really miss making more videos or making videos on a more consistent basis, and I do want to get back into it. So I'm open to suggestions. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this, if you want me to do something else, we can do anything but library reviews. I'm not doing those. Yeah, I'm not doing those. Literally everybody else does these. It's been a struggle not only to find the time, but also to find topics, you know, because I feel like with my orchestration series, we kind of covered a lot of ground. You get to a point where you start to repeat yourself, which is not necessarily a bad thing, maybe, because obviously there's going to be a lot of newcomers to the channel, and it would be dumb to expect from everybody to watch all of my videos. Yeah. But yeah, if you have suggestions, please leave a comment below. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.